Let me show you a new way that actually MirrorThink, or Vicenna as we call it as we go, is going to do protocol extractions, essentially creating recipes for doing experiments. I want to create a step-by-step, beginner-friendly lab protocol for building a simple dye-synthesized solar cell using blackberry juice, lithium dioxide, a conductive glass, and graphite pencil and iodine electrolyte solution. I want to know how this is done. So you can ask this from ChatGPT or all the other things. For example, let me go to Gemini and you ask it. You can have a pro and all of that, and you can ask it, and it starts reciting it and looking at the different things and all of that, which is super cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, they are amazing. However, here what we want to do, we want it to simulate it. We want the agent to go step by step doing it, get real world feedback or like virtual world feedback, have the tools and like things to do, and step by step carrying it out, hitting the wall, trying new things, and then when it has the way step by step to getting things done, then it creates the protocol around that. It has access to literature, it has access to patents, it has access to web, and also it has access to chemical analyzer tools. It has access to thermal analysis, and it has access to, for example, how different reactions happen and all of those libraries and protocol databases and all of that. It has access to it. So it actually has a virtual lab that works and carries on to it. Let's go to see what it's done. So it's first the paste. It wants to synthesizing the paste. It has a thought process. It says to create a semiconductor layer of BSSC, I need to prepare titanium dioxide paste and such. And then, because it's doing some reactions, it calls the chemical analyzer. The volt essentially evolves and such, and it can see what is the hazardous, what is the safety protocol, what are the things that it can do, what are the byproducts of it, and like if it creates fumes and such. Then essentially goes to the next step, and there is an action executed, like place 5 fresh blackberries into a mortar and pestle. Then a success, the volt happens, evolves. Visual observation. And it essentially says, okay, like now it's crushed, and there's a system feedback. So feedback that the agent sees, and then it goes to the physical engine logs. So what happens in the physics? And then it continues, semiconductor scaffolding, it continues, and it continues, the world evolves, and it uses different tools to figure out how and simulate the world. And these are endless, right? You can make as many tools as possible that simulates the world, and it takes the steps and continues step by step, figuring out if it works or not, comes back if it doesn't work. And then when it's done, it returns the protocol. And the cool thing is about it, it has a troubleshooting and safety. It has every step, and it's not just reciting. It's not like your grandma asking, how do I make lasagna? And then you realize actually they skipped 5 points of it. But it's a validated and tested recipe or protocol in its virtual world based on literature when it needs the information, based on actual physics simulations and chemical simulations and like databases, and giving you a thing that at least has more understanding of it. You can define which lab equipments you have access to. You can define criterias and such. I want to push this. Tell me what protocol you wanted to create and what tools it should have access to. So I can essentially see if this is gonna work or just a toy.